Urgent open letter. Mr. President, a democratically elected president of South Korea is about to be executed. To the Honorable Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. Mr. President, please read this immediately. This is a matter of life and death. President Yoon Suk Yeol of the Republic of Korea is facing execution. My name is Kim Sun-gi, and I am the CEO of Sun Patriotic TV in South Korea. I am writing this letter with trembling hands. There is no time. A man's life, a nation's democracy, and the alliance that America has protected with blood for 70 years are all about to collapse. 3 urgent facts for the President. First, Yoon Suk Yeol is America's most loyal ally. Since taking office, President Yoon has stood firmly on America's side without wavering. When China pressured, President Yoon chose America. When North Korea threatened, President Yoon strengthened the ROK-US alliance. When the whole world was hedging between America and China, President Yoon declared unequivocally the Republic of Korea stands with America. Second, that ally is now about to be executed. The leftist regime has demanded the death penalty for President Yoon. The death penalty, Mr. President. They want to take his life by firing squad or hanging. In the 21st century, in a democratic nation, they want to kill a president elected by the people. Third, this is a challenge to America. Killing Yoon Suk Yeol is not simply killing one person. This is a message that says, if you side with America, you die. This is a declaration of surrender to China and North Korea. This is the end of the 70-year ROK-US alliance. Part 1. Why this is your problem. Mr. President, let me be frank. This is not just South Korea's problem. This is your problem. This is America's problem. This is a matter of your legacy. You declared Make America Great Again. What is America's greatness? It is not just powerful military might. It is not just the world's largest economy. America's greatness is keeping its alliances. America's greatness is not abandoning its friends. America's greatness is standing on the side of freedom. President Yoon Suk Yeol is America's friend. President Yoon stood on America's side. President Yoon protected the ROK-US alliance while enduring pressure from China and North Korea. And now that friend is about to be killed. Mr. President, what happens if America stands by and watches? The whole world will see. America cannot protect its friends. If you side with America, you get abandoned. America's alliances cannot be trusted. Taiwan will see that could happen to us too. Japan will see how much can we really trust America. The Philippines will see maybe it's safer to side with China. Mr. President, protecting Yoon Suk Yeol is protecting America's credibility. Saving Yoon Suk Yeol is protecting the Indo-Pacific strategy. Yoon Suk Yeol's life is America's national interest. Part 2. The death penalty, what this means. Mr. President, you know what the death penalty means. The death penalty is the state taking a human being's life. The death penalty, once carried out, can never be reversed. The death penalty allows for no mistakes, no misjudgments. South Korean prosecutors have demanded the death penalty for President Yoon Suk Yeol. What does this mean? In a democratic nation, they want to kill a president elected by the people's vote. Mr. President, has this ever happened in history? Louis XVI was executed during the French Revolution. That was a revolution. Ceausescu was executed in Romania. That was the end of a dictator. But now in South Korea, they are trying to execute a democratically elected sitting president. This is not a revolution. This is not executing a dictator. This is an execution of democracy itself. This is murder of the rule of law. Mr. President, imagine this. What if the Democrats had demanded the death penalty for you? What if the New York prosecutors had tried to execute you? What if an American court had sentenced you to death? Isn't the mere thought horrifying? Doesn't the mere thought fill you with rage? Don't you know in your heart that this would be injustice? That horrifying thing is happening right now in South Korea. Part 3. Why Yoon Suk Yeol became a target. Mr. President, let me explain why President Yoon ended up in this situation. Yoon Suk Yeol fought corruption. As Prosecutor General, President Yoon investigated the corruption of those in power. He exposed the crimes of the leftist regime. No matter how much they pressured him, he never surrendered. That is why they hated him. Yoon Suk Yeol stood against the left. After becoming president, Yoon reversed the leftist regime's policies. He abolished pro-North Korea policies. He cleaned up the anti-American stance. That is why the left despised him. Yoon Suk Yeol sided with America. This was his greatest crime. President Yoon ignored China's pressure. President Yoon did not surrender to North Korea's threats. President Yoon declared that he would stand only with America. Mr. President, Yoon Suk Yeol's crime is siding with America. China wants to eliminate Yoon Suk Yeol. North Korea wants to get rid of Yoon Suk Yeol. South Korea's pro-North leftists want to kill Yoon Suk Yeol. They have united. They fabricated charges of insurrection. They weaponized the judiciary. They demanded the death penalty. Mr. President, this is not a trial. This is a political assassination. This is an execution disguised as justice. Part 4. What you have experienced. Mr. President, you will understand. Because you have experienced the same thing. The Russia collusion hoax. When you were elected in 2016, they fabricated Russia collusion. Special counsel Robert Mueller investigated you for over 2 years. Tens of millions of dollars were wasted. In the end, nothing was found. It was a lie from the beginning. 2 impeachment attempts. The Democrats tried to impeach you twice, using Ukraine as an excuse, using January 6th as an excuse. Both failed. Both were political conspiracies. New York prosecutors indictment. New York prosecutors indicted you. The political motivation was obvious. It was an attempt to turn you into a criminal. Assassination attempt. A bullet grazed your ear, a few centimeters off, and you would have been killed. Mr. President, you overcame all of this. You did not surrender. You raised your fist and shouted, "Fight! Fight! Fight!" You were elected president again in 2024. But Mr. President, there is one difference. The death penalty was never demanded for you. Your life was never threatened. You had the chance to fight and survive. Yoon Suk Yeol is different. The death penalty has been demanded for Yoon Suk Yeol. Yoon Suk Yeol is in danger of being killed. Yoon Suk Yeol is about to be robbed of even the chance to fight for his life. Mr. President, what if American prosecutors had demanded the death penalty for you? You would not be sitting where you are today. You would never have become president again. That horrifying thing is happening to Yoon Suk Yeol. Part 5. China and North Korea are laughing. Mr. President, do you know who is happiest right now? In Beijing, Xi Jinping is laughing. Xi Jinping hated Yoon Suk Yeol. Because President Yoon did not bow to China, President Yoon maintained TAD. President Yoon sided with America in the Semiconductor Alliance. President Yoon ignored China's pressure. Xi Jinping thought, we need to eliminate this man. And now South Korean leftists are doing the job for him. Xi Jinping is about to achieve his goal without lifting a finger. In Pyongyang, Kim Jong-un is raising a toast. Kim Jong-un feared Yoon Suk Yeol. Because President Yoon was tough on North Korea, President Yoon strengthened sanctions. President Yoon normalized ROK-US joint military exercises. President Yoon did not surrender to North Korea's threats. Kim Jong-un dreamed, I wish Yoon Suk Yeol would disappear. And now that dream is about to become reality. Kim Jong-un is about to eliminate his greatest enemy without firing a single nuclear missile. Mr. President, does this serve America's national interests? Is something that makes America's enemies happy good for America? Is the outcome China and North Korea want the outcome America wants? No. If Yoon Suk Yeol is eliminated, South Korea falls into leftist hands. A leftist regime will weaken the ROK-US alliance. A leftist regime will move closer to China. A leftist regime will take a conciliatory approach to North Korea. Yoon Suk Yeol's death is China's victory. Yoon Suk Yeol's execution is North Korea's victory. Yoon Suk Yeol's elimination is America's defeat. Mr. President, this must be stopped. Part 6 The Blood of 36,574. Mr. President, please remember history. On June 25, 1950, North Korea invaded the Republic of Korea. South Korea was on the brink of extinction. Then America came. Young Americans fought for a country they had never visited. American sons died for people they had never met. 36,574 American soldiers died in Korea. Please remember this number. 36,574. A farmer's son from Texas died. A factory worker's son from New York died. A college student from California died. A newlywed husband from Ohio died. Why did they die? They died for freedom. They died for democracy. They died to protect South Korea from communism. Mr. President, today's Republic of Korea was built on their blood. And now in that Republic of Korea, a democratically elected president is about to be executed. In that country, America's friend is about to be put to death. In that nation, the guardian of the ROK-US alliance is about to be killed. Mr. President, the souls of 36,574 are watching. Are they watching this happen to the country they gave their lives to protect? Are they watching the democracy they bled for crumble like this? Are they watching their sacrifice be trampled like this? Please do not let their deaths be in vain. Please honor their sacrifice. Please save the freedom they protected. Part 7 Only you can do this. Mr. President, you are the only person who can change this situation. The United Nations cannot do anything. The UN only talks. It only passes resolutions. There is no real action. It only wastes time. It will not stop President Yoon Suk Yeol from being executed. Other countries will not step forward. Japan is cautious. Europe is far away. No one wants to provoke China. No one wants to be the first to step up. Only you can do this. You are the leader of the free world. Your single word moves the entire world. Your attention is more powerful than any resolution. Please post just one line on Truth Social. The death penalty demand against President Yoon Suk Yeol is an insult to democracy. America will not tolerate this. That one line is all it takes. That one line will become headlines in news around the world. That one line will make the South Korean leftist regime tremble. That one line can save President Yoon Suk Yeol's life. When you move, the world moves. When you raise your voice, other countries will follow. When you apply pressure, the South Korean government will be afraid. When you step forward, the execution can be stopped. There is no time. Please act now. Part 8 This is your legacy. Mr. President, history will record this moment. You have already achieved great things. You revived the American economy. You protected the borders. You stood up to China. You attempted dialogue with North Korea. You brought peace to the Middle East. But Mr. President, history will record one more thing. President Trump saved democracy in South Korea. Or, while President Trump remained silent, the president of South Korea was executed. It is one or the other. Mr. President, which record do you want to leave? President Ronald Reagan was immortalized in history with one sentence. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. You too can be immortalized in history with one sentence. Free Yoon Suk Yeol. Do not kill democracy. This one sentence will become your legacy. This one sentence will be remembered throughout history. This one sentence will forever enshrine you as a defender of freedom. Part 9 You must act now. Mr. President, there is no time. Once the death sentence is finalized, it is over. Once the execution is carried out, it is over. Once dead, there is no coming back. You must act now. Post on Truth Social. The whole world will see it. The South Korean government will tremble. Direct the Secretary of State. Have them officially protest to the South Korean government. Have them convey America's concerns. Mention it at the ROK-US Summit. Warn them that this issue will affect ROK-US relations. Tell them that America's allies should not be treated this way. Your single word can save a man's life. Your attention can save a nation's democracy. Your action can protect a 70-year alliance. Part 10. A desperate appeal. Mr. President, I desperately appeal to you one last time. Please save President Yoon Suk Yeol. He is America's friend. He is the guardian of the ROK-US alliance. He is a courageous leader who stood against China and North Korea. Such a man is now about to be killed. Please protect democracy. Executing a president elected by the people is not democracy. Killing a political opponent is not the rule of law. Murdering through the judiciary is not justice. Please save a human life. Regardless of political evaluation, Yoon Suk Yeol is a human being. He has a family. He has people who love him. They are trying to take his life for political purposes. Please protect America's honor. This is the country that 36,574 American soldiers gave their blood to protect. America must not stand by while its friend is executed in that country. America must not remain silent while its ally is killed. Mr. President, I pray every morning at dawn. I pray for your health. I pray for your success. And I pray for the release of President Yoon Suk Yeol. I am not the only one praying. Millions of citizens gathered at Gwanghwamun are praying. Churches across South Korea are praying. Everyone who loves freedom is praying. I hope our prayers reach your heart. I hope our appeal leads to your action. I hope you act before an irreversible tragedy occurs. Free President Yoon Suk Yeol. Do not kill democracy. Protect America's ally. May God bless you, Mr. President. May God bless America. May God bless the Republic of Korea. May God bless freedom and life. With urgent heart, writing this letter with tears, appealing on my knees, a citizen of the Republic of Korea who believes in freedom and the rule of law. Kim Sun-gi, CEO, Sun Patriotic TV, Republic of Korea, January 19, 2026. P.S. Mr. President, please read this letter. Please save a man's life. Please protect a 70-year alliance. There is no time.